Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm in Australia and I'm going to show you today my brother's scan and cut. I've had a few questions about it. I have still got lots of learning to do with it. It takes a bit of trial and error. I mean, I know they say it'll work straight out of the factory, and yes it will, but that's in the case of what is already stored in it, okay? And by that I mean it has got over 700, I'll have a look on the book here, if you just give me a second. I think there's 700 patterns. I'll just show you the book. So in this book here, it's got all these patterns. I mean, in the thing itself. In the scan and cut, it's got every one of these patterns here. Okay? Now, they're all in there, and you just go and I'll show you how to do one in a minute, because I've spent a bit of time, and I think I should get a bit away from this today and go and do something else for a while, because I've just done... you get involved, you know. You get involved in doing this, and then you're sort of stuck in it. So... see all this? Still going. There's lots here. I'm sorry if I'm going too fast, but I'm sure you can have a little pause and then look and see what's in it. So there's all these here as well. I won't have to buy another die thing, but you never know. I don't think I would though, because it's got everything. You know, I mean, you've got all these trims. You can so you can get your own, make your own. Then it's got all the letters. I'm just giving you a quick scan. And then if you want to do quilting and fabric, all these quilting patterns are in it, all these shapes to make all these different blocks. And then besides all that, because I think there's 500 of those in here, all these shapes for your blocks. You can also do an outline where you do your stitching line on them as well, with the drawing thing on it, because it has a drawing pencil on here. So these are your appliques that you cut out for people that want to do applique. Yes, it does cut fabric. It cuts fabric and it cuts paper is what I've used so far, but I intend to go further, but we just have to see a bit at a time, you know, because it does take a little while. When I get in here, I start playing around with things. Now, the thing on here, it says it's a scan and cut CM550, and I bought it from a place down in Sydney online. It cost me, they were $699, but I got it for $499 because they have since brought out the next one up, which I don't know if it's actually in Australia yet, but they've made one since this one. Okay, the two below this didn't have as many maybe things to it. I don't know. Anyway, so this one also has a place where you can plug in the USB stick around there somewhere. One of these ends or other. Might be the back of it. Might be the back of it somewhere. I found it before. Can't find it now though. That's just right. Typical, isn't it? It's disappeared now. There we go. So there's a place there you put your USB stick in, and you can therefore take stuff from off the internet, or that you would like to do, because there is a thing called Scan and Cut Canvas on the internet, and you can go in there and you can actually, using those different shapes that it's all in this this machine, using all those different shapes, you can make your own, you know, because there's a program there that you can do all that. Then you can put it on your USB stick and put it into this machine, and then you can print it out. Now, to show you what the basic thing is for it today, I'm just going to show you how to cut out something that I have got off of something on the computer, but not through. I'll tell you now. So it opens down here like this, and here's where you've got your little knife thing, whatever, little blade goes in there. So you have to have that pushed in there. The little blade is very, very, you can only just see it sitting out the bottom there now, and that's turned to 5. I found I needed a 5 for the size of the cardboard that I'm cutting at the moment, so that's what you turn that to. If anybody buys one of these, you've got the instructions in the book there, you know, and plenty of people have done them on there, done things on there. I've got the light shining on this, I better get rid of that. There we go. So there you go. Now I've just switched it on here. You've got to have enough room that it's going to come out the back too, what you're doing, like your mat's going to go right through. Okay, so you have to, first off, you get your mat, because you will get mats with this. This one actually has a lot of accessories with it. Some of the others don't. The cheaper ones don't have all the accessories with it. That's more cutting blades. There's pencils and the pencil holder, and I've got a little stylus thing, I think that's what you call them, thing to point with. I've got this thing here to press down your paper, you know, push it down to, because this mat is really sticky. Some of them, I found that the one that's supposed to be the low-tack one is shocking, I've got to say. I mean, I paid all this money for this machine, and I got real upset this morning because that other mat just would not hold the paper still while it was cutting out. So therefore, I've got to say that's the main thing that I'm concerned with at the moment. So I am going to actually ring them later or whatever, and I'm going to say that I need to have a replacement. I have bought these things and they've cost me a real lot of money, and I want these mats replaced. I can't pay out all that money and not be able to use the machine. It just doesn't seem right. So the mats cost, there was 3 in the packet, but I'm sure they're about, you might get 2 for $20 or $20 each or something now. You can, of course you can buy more, but you know, why would you have to when I've had this all of what, 1 month? 1 month I've had it. I must admit, I've done a bit of cutting out, but you need this thing to last. You don't want to be having to run out and buy one of these every 5 minutes. You know, I mean, that's going to put a few people off. I did, at first, I was put off by somebody that said that about this. And I thought, well, none of the ladies said, well, they can clean. Well, they do. I can clean it. I must admit, I do have cleaned it with a wipe. See, look at this here that come off the mat. You're cleaning the fluff off it with a wet wipe, and that did work, so it did make it a lot better, but not the other mat. It has not been good because it just shoves the paper everywhere. Now hopefully when I do this one today, I'm not going to have that happen, so because otherwise I'll cry. So now I've got this, what I'm going to show you now is this is the way things will work in it for you, or you know, if you want to try. Now I've got this picture that I printed off the internet, okay? So it's a stencil for butterflies, and I typed that into images. I got it into images, and I typed that in. Now you've got to load your mat, which I have not done yet because it's not straight. Hang on a sec, let's get it straight. Now the cartridge will work itself out and go to where it's supposed to be. Now, this one here. Now if by any chance your mat happens to go in crooked, like happened to me, don't panic like I did and thought I broke the machine. I was nearly crying. Read the book and it says carefully, make sure that this blade thing here is lifted up. Now I'm sticking to everything because it's hot today. Make sure that this blade is lifted out like this. Take your blade out and very carefully pull the mat back out. Hey, and it worked so easy. I could not believe it, you know, because it's quite possible, you know, to get it going in crooked. So anyway, I've got to press this button over here, and that's loading the mat for me. And I think it's even going in crooked. Now look at this. It's just my work, look. It said the mat cannot be recognised, and I'll go okay, and it'll shove it back out at me. I will try this again. Okay, I hope you didn't see that because I'm waving this camera around something frightful. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's try this loading the mat again. What's going on with this thing? Okay. Can't recognise it? Okay. Why not? Let's bend it up here. Look at this. It's all bent. Now let's not panic, people. Let's turn it round the other way because the mat will go in either way. It's got an arrow on either direction. God only knows what I'm showing you on here. Sorry about this, but I'm going to put this video up because I'm going to be honest with people. I'm not going to say, well, this just goes straight through here. You know, it does work. It does work. I have done a lot. I've done a lot of die cuts, and I will show them to you in a minute. But I've also made a lot of mistakes. I've had a lot of hiccups with it. And I guess that's the same. I was sitting out there later a while ago when I thought, oh crap, and I left it. I left it, and I went out away from it because I reckon if something's annoying you, you should leave it alone for a while. So I did, and I went and I sat down and I thought, well, I've had a lot of trouble with a lot. You have a lot of trouble with most. You can have a lot of trouble with things you buy. You know, you just got to be. Sometimes it's just got to be patience. And there it goes, it's gone in there now. And I keep getting my arms stuck on it. I haven't got any space, none whatsoever. I couldn't even fit a flea in here, I swear. I've got so much stuff in here. Anyway, now, and I love to work this way, but that's how it is, except when I get frustrated. Now, so back to this. Now, I've got this pattern here that I've got off the internet. Like I said, I went onto images and I typed in butterfly. Or, no, it could have been templates, could have been butterfly templates, and it shows you all images of that. So I got that, and I've also got a little bird on the bottom, you see, yes? Now, this machine picks up outlines if they're dark enough, because there's ways that you have to actually, how can I say this? You have to make it read down further, you know, like into the line. Right, that's the way I can say it in Sonya speak. Anyway, you have to get it to read down into the, you know, if it's only reading basically on the top. And when you want to cut out anything that's coloured, the colours are very close together. So it's very hard for it just to get the outline. And that's fair enough, I suppose. But there is a way you can, and people have showed me, and I've been and I've looked, but it's a bit of work. The book is written in a way where I absolutely hate it, because it's always go back and see what's on page 19. Go back and see what's on page 33. So you got to keep going back and turning. And this is another thing I absolutely hate. Well, I don't hate the rest of it, but I hate this. You're going along there fine, reading about something, and the next thing it says, oh, go and check out what's on page whatever, you know. And I thought, oh, my goodness me. And I spent most of my time flipping through and backwards and forwards through the pages trying to find out what I'm looking for. So I did watch a lot of tutorials. Now, let's have a go at this again and see what happens. We want a pattern, right? Now, the pattern, actually, we want to scan this pattern, because this is one that we're going to put in ourselves. So I'm going to press in this here where it says scan to cut data, and then I press this here, and this is going to scan that through into the machine. So far, so good. There's another little issue. You've got to be aware that sometimes little pieces of stuff get stuck up under, like stuff, I mean paper. You know, could get caught in under it. So just you've got to be careful that you've got nothing else stuck on your mat, sort of thing. You don't want it to get cut in. I hope I haven't turned anybody off buying one of those, because I really think they are good. It's the user. It's the person who uses the machine, I think, in a lot of ways. Well, that's what they used to say about computers anyway. But I don't know about that. A computer can be a stupid machine. Now, see, on here, that's showing me that it's picked up. I can get in there close enough. Fair bit of that. Look, so you see the outline of the butterflies. And I'm going to press on this here. It's going to process that into it. And then it's going to show me what it has picked up. Now, you can see it's only picked up 3 butterflies and a bird. See that? Because these ones here, to its way of thinking, must not be clear enough. It might not be reading down that deep. Understand that? If everybody understands it. So, what you would do then is you go and you just trace around the outline, okay? I'm not going to do that now, because I've probably bored you enough as it is. But I'll just press save. I'll put that in, bring that over there like that. And save that. And it'll go into my patterns. It's processing. So, and it's gone into these patterns. So now I'm going to take this off the piece of paper. Oh dear, it's number 66. Goodness me. I have got that many in there. I really have. Now, let's see what colour butterfly we'd like. And I don't know about this. Yes, I've got blue, yellow, I've got purple. I like the mauve ones. They're really pretty. But a yellow butterfly is always really pretty, isn't it, too? Let's go with the purple one. paper out here. Now I found it a cheaper paper is not too crash hot, you know, like. Can I just sit you on the table for a minute there? Have a look at the book, whatever. Just have a look at that for a minute. While I just get a piece of pink. Let's have a piece of pink. That's some pink butterflies. I've been cutting out a fair few butterflies, quite like them. There's also going to be the bird there too, so I'll cut that out as well. Okay. Okay, now. That up under there. Now, if I wanted the machine to actually cut out them papers, I could have did that too. Now, that's got sticky on the end of that, so I don't want that to get caught. The sticky off the top of the cardstock I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got my cardstock in there, and I'm going to press that down really good on the sticky part. Press OK on this, and save it, and then go back into there. Well, you're not even showing you what I'm doing. And let's not save it twice, Sonia, come on. Okay, go back to the house, press OK, go back to the patterns, go in the save data, go into that. I've got pages of saved bits here, which I don't really, I probably will come back to them. So there's my butterflies, I've saved twice. You can see that there. I've also got a little dress thing, little dress that I've cut out earlier. This one of these here, the little dress that I did. Put that in there and I cut that out. Okay, so now we're going to do the butterflies. So now we need to pick out that there, press OK, OK again, cut and cut. Now this is going to chop it all over the paper in different places, but that's okay for me today. But you can put it all in one neat part where it takes up less paper. And I don't have that ability just yet because it's a matter of going through and just working on it for a while, you know, to get it right. I've had a really bad time with my leg in the last few days, and I'm afraid I'm a bit off. Sorry about that. So I don't care if I cut the paper to pieces. Well, I do, but I just want to show you how this works that way. Okay, so that's press OK and press for the mat to come out, and the mat comes out, so here it is. Now, to pull it off, it comes off pretty easy, like that. Okay, there's my patterns. Now, I sat here one day and did 30 butterflies, and geez, it was fun. They just cut them out all like that. Look at this bird here. Look at the bird, isn't that awesome? And the butterflies, aren't they good? Look. And you get it off by just bending up your paper, like your, hang on. I don't want to tear it all away. Let me see what I can show you a picture of something here. I've got here nothing on the ground. I'll just sit you somewhere for a minute. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm going to have to show you the black stuff for a second. Get these off. And they are coming off, you know, like you can tell how long it's taken me. So there you go. There. So that's that done. And that's what they are like, okay? And they're ones that I've actually put in there myself, alright? Now you can get your own things, you know, and do that with. You can go in and get something off their patterns, okay? Now, just put this back in here. So I'll press, I'm going to go around the other way because that bit of the book, the mat's a bit bent, and I think if you got it a little bit warm, if it sat in here for a while, I'd straighten it out anyway because the room's pretty hot. Now, let me see, well, go back to the home, press OK, and press now that we want to put this mat back in here, righto? Now, I'm going to pick a picture, or a pattern from off the computer, like the machine, sorry. And let me see, well, I've got a piece of paper here, got lots of nice little pieces of paper. I've got stacks of paper now that I've been chopping bits off. Let me see, do I want a plain thing or a florally thing? I think I really want a plain sort of thing, something plain. And I've set it over here, and I said to myself, please use all this first, Sonia, before you go and use anything else. You know, don't keep using pages and... Okay, here it is. I don't know what you're looking at, but anyway, it wouldn't be anything too exciting. I've got a very small piece of perp mauve here. and I'm going to put that in on the mat. Okay, now I want to press it down really good, make sure it's sticking, because, and I found that if you're doing a design, try not to have it starting right at the edge of your paper, okay, because it'll sort of pick up, you know. Anyway, that'll come to you if you buy one. Patterns. Now, patterns are in the machine here. See, you've got in there. There's all those. There's 12 pages of those. I'm not showing you anything, am I? Okay, so there's 12 pages of these. And then you go back, and in here there's all these ones. So I'm going to go in and get what do I have? I'll have a tag. Let's make a couple of tags. That's pretty easy. I don't have to do anything easy, but I like these. I like these frames. I think they're really cool. And that there, I really do like the frames. But let's give me something a bit more intricate that it can do. Let me see. I'll go back to the, let's do the, well, they're nice, aren't they? Let's do the words though. Let's do a word or something. They're good too. Where's the words? Why can't I find this? House. Or fence. Hang on. Oh. Where's it? Where am I doing? What am I doing? I'll get it here in a minute. I'll figure it out. Okay, there's going back and forth. It's the same thing. That's where you need to go. It's on your back here. Okay. Because there's so much in each one, you see. And it will cut out something like my garden. That looks good. Righto, so now you got the size of the thing. Okay. Oh dear, sorry. So I've got about 100 millimetre piece of paper, you know, measuring that way. And this is 300 millimetres going across. So the height of it will definitely not want to be that much because I don't have enough. So I'm going to minus it right down. And I like to take it right down to maybe, say, 60 something, okay? So that's 60 something. So it'll be reasonably right for you to see. And then this one here goes by itself and makes it all level, if you understand it. The width and the height will be in a good proportion. So there it gives you, if you want to do more than one, which I don't, so I'm going to do one. And there it is up there, the thing. So I'm going to press OK, I'm going to press cut, and I'm going to cut that out now. Well, I'm not going to cut it out, the machine is, which I think is absolutely awesome. When I'm starting grizzling about all other things, it's, you know, if I was feeling a lot better, it wouldn't worry me at all. It's going along just fine. It's just that these mats are not a good thing, you know, not a good thing at all. You'd be hoping I didn't have my finger over the picture of this, wouldn't you? I haven't, thank goodness. I'm sorry for complaining about how I feel. I'm really bad now about that. I hope you just haven't switched me off. This is going for a long time, this video, but I don't know, people want to see what it's like, so we're going to press OK because that's finished cutting, and I'm going to press that, bring the mat out to me, and then I'm going to have this here written down. It says my garden, and I can just pull that off, and then I've just lifted that up too far, haven't I? I should have something to sit this on so I could sit it there. Well, I'll show you how to get that off. Look at that, it's got little butterflies on it. It'll come off. I've got no worries about that. It's a bit sticky off the paper here stuck to my arm. Let me see. Bend the card back. That's what a lady said. One of the things she did was bend the card back a bit. And you got this. Look. Oh, it turned out really cool, didn't it? It says garden. How's that? Look. Tiny little butterflies it made. And tiny little flowers. Here's my one. Oh, I'm not even showing you. There you go, look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyway, so there's so much else, you know, that I can show you that I have actually learnt from, and I'm going to switch it off. There's so much else that I've got to learn, you know. There's just so many things that it does, and, well, bits that I've cut out and worked with it. that I've just gone on. Look at the little dress, isn't that cool? I love the little dresses that I'm getting. Now they're in the patterns. These are one of the frames here that I cut out. The frames. This I did one day, and now I've made the things to make me bows. Like I put the pictures of the bows in there, the pattern, and I just cut out the shapes, and now all I have to do, instead of me having to cut them out with the scissors, I just cut them out with that, and then all you have to do is turn them over and glue them down. And I put a page of them in there, and just have to turn them over and glue them down, and put the bit on there, the right colour, and I got it. I mean, that's way so good, isn't it? And then I've got these ones here that I've also been working on. These are the insides out of this, okay? Now, that in itself is awesome, because when you take that out, you've got this, and you know what? If you turn it in half, you fold it in half, you've made this sort of tab thing, haven't you? You know? Isn't it cool? Oh, and it's got shapes, and I've just been having such a wonderful time with it, and maybe that's why my maths not sticky anymore, but you still need it to last you a bit longer, don't you? You want it to last you a while. I tried doing some butterflies. I did some butterflies, the outsides and the insides. I was going to make them like that, and I probably will. I've done a whole heap of leaves, and a few things in the check stuff. Look at all my leaves I cut out. Aren't they awesome? Some fences and leaves, and actually got some bows in this as well. There's the leaves that are in the patterns, and you can cut them out sort of in anything, any colour that you like, of any size you want to. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. It was entertaining, I imagine. But anyway, I must go. I've got to do something, okay? I've got to make some things, because I've been way behind with making things, and I've got to get back to making things. But I wanted to show this so people could see what I have. Not for what I have, but what it is, this machine is. So, because I've had some inquiries about it, and I just wanted people to see what it can do that I've worked on so far, and what I'm disappointed with, and that's mostly the mat, because its ability to do the rest is really cool. The machine itself is really good. The mat, not so great. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and of course you can put a picture or something in there, and it will cut it out for you. Just depends too. That's another thing. You've got to have the right depth for it to read the picture, and I'm going to have to show you that another time. Or if you look about a bit on the internet, you might be able to find there's a lot of people up there that do a lot of better instructions than me. They know what they're doing. They've been hired to show you how it's used. So anyway, I'll talk to you later, and everybody have a good day.